Good day, Wall Street winners. Today is about your relationship with money. It's interesting when you talk to people about money, how many people have differing views on it. And those views can be things around um, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's evil, what it's used for, what it's not used for, using it for good things, using it for bad things. There's a whole bunch of beliefs around money. And what's really important if you want to have more money is to figure out what your beliefs are and what those beliefs have been created from. And most beliefs are created from people's own experiences. So if you grew up in a lower income household and didn't have much money, but saw people that had money, you've created beliefs around what that money provided for them and what it didn't provide for you and your family. On the flip side, if you came from a wealthy or very wealthy family, you might think of money as being fairly disposable. It's just something that's always available. It comes easily. And those are beliefs that have come again from your set of experiences. But money's not good or bad, evil, or whatever you want to think of it as. It's just a resource. So just like people are resources and time is a resource, probably one of our most valuable resources, something we can't make more of. Land and real estate is a resource, commodities like oil, food, all other resources, semiconductors are resources, and money's just one more resource. And there's an abundance of money out there in the world. It's just a matter of being able to redirect it your way and find a way to accumulate it and have enough to live comfortably and do the things that you want to do to provide the solutions and potentially legacy for your family and your lifetime. So, when it comes to money, you can either choose to be wealthy or choose to be in poverty. And some people will question that that's not really a choice. I was born into poverty. I didn't have a choice. Well, it's true that if you were born into poverty, you didn't have a choice, but you do have a choice to get out of poverty. And even if you're born into a wealthy family, oftentimes you'll see people misspend the money that they have in their family, and over one or more generations, they'll end up being impoverished and have no more wealth left. Now, it doesn't mean they're necessarily poor, but they may not lead the same lifestyle that their family did one or two generations ago. And oftentimes, families that accumulate money, they'll see that they try to pass it on, and the following generation doesn't have the same understanding and belief system around it, and the third generation often goes back to where the first generation started, which was with no money, and they were in the accumulation phase. So having a wealth mindset is really important, and honestly, it's probably the first step to becoming more wealthy and starting to attract wealth. It's really everything starts in life with a decision. It's a decision whether you want to exercise more and become more healthy, whether you want to drink less and become more healthy, whether you want to work harder, whether you want to invest in yourself, whether you want to sit in front of the television or you want to read a book. Every day we're faced with multiple decisions, and you need to decide, ideally early in life, whether you want to be rich or whether you want to be poor. It's very easy to be poor because it's very easy to spend more than you make. Almost every one of the governments in every country around the world demonstrates that on an annual basis by going into a significant deficit. But it is difficult to live under your means and put money aside, pay yourself first, and allow allow yourself to accumulate wealth without feeling bad about it. So that's all a part of this whole change in your belief system around money, which is part of the first step. Along the road to accumulating money, you have to believe, but you will have doubts. Everyone has doubts. So don't feel bad if you had doubts. Doubt's common, but it's not something you want to focus on. You want to focus on the belief, and the belief is in you and the value that you can add and what you can provide, and that you can accumulate money. And one of the best ways to accumulate money is to invest in yourself and invest in knowledge. So obtain as much knowledge as you can. And knowledge can come for free. So I'm not talking necessarily about expensive college or university degrees, although that is one avenue to take. You can obtain a significant amount of knowledge from audiobooks or from a public library, from taking books out of the public library, from finding a mentor, someone who has achieved success in an area that's of interest to you. And that area doesn't have to be business. It could be social skills. It could be medicine, it could be mental health, whatever the area is that you want to focus in on. Look for people who have achieved success in that area and found ways to monetize what they do so that they're compensated fairly or very well for what they do, and look at ways to, call it, rip off and duplicate what they're doing. So find an opportunity to do and to copy what someone successful is already doing. There's nothing illegal about looking for success and trying to duplicate that. So, one of the first things that I would encourage you to do is figure out what skills you need and start obtaining those skills. It's amazing. The compound effect of knowledge is just as great, if not greater, than the compound effect of money. Somebody asks you, what would you rather have? A penny a day for 30 days, compounded daily. So day one, you get a penny. Day two, you get two. Day three, you get four. Day four, you get eight. Over 30 days, you would obtain way more than $1 million. So if somebody offered you $1 million or a penny a day for 30 days, the better investment due to compounding is the penny a day. And thinking about your skills, whether it's obtaining new languages, understanding how to do things off of YouTube, whether it's home improvement or social media or video editing, whatever the skill is, and there's a ton of skills, so I won't list them all. Obtain those skills and continue to build upon them and look for ways to get better each and every day. And while you're doing it, don't ignore your health, because it doesn't matter how wealthy you are. If you have dismissed and ignored your health, no amount of money will be able to make you healthy again at this point in life or in this point in our society. You might get there where we can do massive replacements, but today, take care of yourself, exercise, eat well, and try to maintain your health as you're building your wealth, because that's what's going to allow you to ultimately enjoy your life, enjoy your relationships, enjoy your family, enjoy the businesses that you've maybe started or the work that you do, and try to expand your beliefs. Think about this. This is a picture of Mark Zuckerberg's yacht. Now, in addition to his yacht, he has a whole other support yacht that travels with this yacht everywhere it goes, that takes a bunch of his toys with him that can't fit on the yacht. But think about what you make on an hourly basis or a daily basis or even an annual basis. And then think about this. The cost to operate this yacht and have it exist for Mark Zuckerberg is about 90,000 US dollars a day. So there are people in the world that have the ability to have little to no impact on their finances and can spend 90,000 US dollars a day on just one of their assets. And he obviously has a tremendous amount of assets, but this is just one. So try to think about what your limiting beliefs are, and then think about how you can expand your beliefs and dream big. There's this expression known as a BHAG, which is a big, hairy, audacious goal. Set BHAG goals for yourself, stretch goals, and think about what the cost of those goals are so that they become common to you. If you want to drive an expensive car, whether it's a Porsche or a Ferrari or a Rolls Royce or whatever it is, think about the price of that car, research the car, figure out how much it costs, break it down into the monthly payments. And if that car is going to cost you $5,000 a month, then build that thought in your mind that you can get to $5,000 a month in income to be able to pay for that car. Now, beyond that, you're probably going to be in a significant tax bracket, maybe 50% if you live in a high tax country like Canada. So you're going to need $10,000 a month to pay $5,000 for that car. So now you've expanded your beliefs to a $10,000 a month target or goal for yourself. Think about those things to help you break through your own barriers. If you're liking these videos, I've dedicated this channel to helping people understand the narrative in the markets these days, which is always changing and evolving, providing you some guidance, hopefully pointing you in the right direction when you do start accumulating money or have accumulated money, to start managing it yourself and understanding some of the basics behind it, as well as just some economic basics, things like trade deficits, trade surpluses, tariffs, all the things that are going on in the media on a day-to-day basis, and providing you with some explanations around those. I hope you're enjoying the videos, and if you are, I'd ask you to like and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day and good luck with your trades.